The answer you're looking for, my gorgeous Gemini, is about to be revealed. The answer you're looking for, which is about to be revealed in between the 23rd, 24th and the 25th of October 2020, it's going to be very important when it comes to you, my gorgeous Gemini, because on one hand, you will know what to do with a situation in your life that it's making you really unhappy. But then on another hand, you will also know what your next step is going to be. So you've got two major things, two major points, two major issues in your life that are most certainly going to start flowing after that moment in time. Notice, of course, I said flowing. It's because this is where there was a certain energy blockage that was created in your life. In particular, when it comes to something that is slowly coming to an end, something that is slowly becoming like a quite heavy karma. And when heavy karma happens in our lives, it means that it is requiring from us to acknowledge this, to notice this. And once we do this, we are simply able to move on. Not maybe necessarily straight away, not maybe necessarily at that moment in time, but it's all about projection. It's all about our personal projection. It's all about our energy. It's all about our intention. Or it's all about our initiative. So at that moment in time, over these 3 days, something absolutely remarkable is actually going to take place. Something absolutely remarkable is going to happen. It's not about you just, oh yeah, I'm just going to change my life. Yeah, baby. No, baby, no. It's not about changing your life straight away at that moment in time, but it's about coming to terms with some kind of stage of your life that is slowly coming to an end. And this is going to be a wonderful moment because, as I said previously, it's to do with the stage of your life that was making you unhappy, and it's still making you a little bit unhappy. Nothing too bad, nothing too scary, la la la. No, not at all. But it's about the realization. And once you realize this over these 3 days, it's something that's going to seem like, oh my God, it's not even as bad as you would think. It's not even as bad as you would thought. It doesn't require so many changes, like as many as you would think that it would require. It's all going to boil it's all going to boil down to that particular moment, to that particular point where you're going to realize this. And that realization is at the same time going to be absolutely everything, because this is going to start the process at the same time. So this is how wonderful this is actually going to be. It's not only about the actual revelation that you are going to have, but it's also about at the same time an unexpected event that it's actually going to take place. And now when I say about the unexpected event that it's going to take place, this is boiling down to, again, one very, very important stage. It's about your wheel of fortune. These 3 days are all about your wheel of fortune, my gorgeous Gemini. And when you have a wheel of fortune at such a significant time like October, you know that October is very powerful. October is very spiritual, not only because at the end of the month we've got like some of us call it Halloween, some of us call it Samhain. It's a very sacred time of the year when the veil in between this world and the spirit world at its thinnest. So this is basically the end of the month has got such a enormous power that the whole month of October is basically within this particular vibration, within this particular dimension. But of course, at the end of October, at the end of October, on the 31st of October, few days earlier, on that particular day, and few days later, this is the time, my Lord, when the veil in between this world and the spirit world is most certainly at its thinnest. So at the same time, we are able to sense all these spirits, all this spiritual energy from a completely higher level, from a completely higher dimension. And this is purely due to the fact that the veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest, indeed. But on another hand, the 31st of October, that particular day is going to bring you a message from the spirit world. It's going to bring you a message from someone. It's going to bring you an important message, which is on another hand going to bring you an absolutely remarkable confirmation, because it's to do do with your spiritual journey. It's to do with who you are. It's to do with where are you at the moment. And the sign from the spirit world that you are going to have on the 31st of October is going to be closely connected and directly connected to these 3 particular days that I've already mentioned. So it's very, very important to say that it's going to have a couple of stages. So this is why I went on the 31st of October, not only because you're going to have a sign from the spirit world on that particular day, but I just wanted to explain to you how importance, the importance of the whole month, because the whole month is quite sacred. The whole month is going to be full of signs. The whole month is going to be full of like a really interesting realizations. When I say interesting realizations, it's just like now this is the time. This is an absolutely perfect time when it comes to our own unfoldment. And when I say when it comes to our own unfoldment, it's just basically pay attention to signs, pay attention to what you feel drawn to. This is very important in particular when it comes to your current stage, your current journey, your current spiritual journey. This is all going to be very much so closely connected. But going back to these first 3 days that I mentioned, 23rd, 24th, and the 25th of October 2020 are going to be absolutely remarkable for you because of that particular revelation that you're going to have, which is going to be split in 2 completely different things. But this is all going to happen at around the time when your Wheel of Fortune is a rather strong moment here as well. And the Wheel of Fortune means in this particular situation in particular that an unexpected event is going to occur, an unexpected event is going to happen, and this is going to kind of change you slowly. It's going to start changing your direction already without you even realizing. Your subconscious mind is going to be like, ooh la la, darling, let's go, It's going to be amazing because your subconscious mind is already going to be reflected on this particular situation already. So what am I saying is that the first of all, an unexpected situation, something unexpected is going to happen, and then this is all going to be like pretty much so spontaneous reactions. There are going to be lots of spontaneous reactions that you are going to have within these 3 days, but it's all boiling down to the actual Wheel of Fortune moment that you are going to have, which is bringing you an absolutely remarkable, mind-blowing recognition. And it's about the next step. This is all about the next step. This is all about what you're going to do. This is all about where you're going to end up. And it's going to happen with a beautiful, gorgeous, and absolutely outstanding, remarkable element of surprise, because it's going to bring you something else. It's going to bring you something new. This is all about the beginning of a wonderful, mind-blowing unfoldment that you are going to have. It's about your own power, which is bringing you focus. Your focus is going to bring you at the same time immediately the promise that you didn't have before. And this is going to also be your own wake-up call, my gorgeous Geminini, because you're gonna kind of start finding yourself. You're gonna start finding yourself in a slightly different dimension, in a slightly different energy, and that is also gonna have such a wonderful effect on you, because it's going to push you towards the new beginnings, but it's also going to make you feel like a quite adventurous. So if you want to travel a little bit, if you can, or if you feel like you want to do something unusual, if you want to do something different, don't be surprised. This is all going to be connected, and it's very important stage when it comes to your personal development. At the same time, in between the 23rd and at the end of that month, you're also gonna plant an important seed, because you are going to start some kind of process, some kind of progress, and this particular spiritual seed that you are going to plant, you are going to see a wonderful results in between May 2021 and June 2021. So May and June 2021 are going to be remarkably connected to everything that's happening right now. And just remember that I'm saying that this is all to do with the beginning, with a new start, and it's to do with your thinking process, it's to do with your karma, it's to do with your initiative, it's to do with your projection of your own energy. So be as optimistic as you possibly can, because something is going to start, a certain process you're going to start, and this is literally later on going to change your life. And this is why this is so important, my gorgeous Gemininis, and I'm so happy for you, because lots of you are going to start feeling kind of rejuvenated lots of you are going to start feeling like this wonderful energy, but then at the same time it is about the bravery that is going to be rather enhanced around your sign, around you throughout this month. Very important time for you when it comes to your personal development indeed. My name is Sasha Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's for October 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous Gemini, and it's for October 2020, and your number when it comes to the actual numerology, it's number 555. This is a very powerful number. It's a big number, but it also at the same time mean that there are going to be three major stages that you will be going through. But to make this more kind of easy to understand, there are three different stages that you will be going through. One stage is going to happen at the beginning of the month. The second stage is going to happen mid-month, and the third stage is going to happen at the end of the month. Each time there are three major things that you will be thinking about that are going to surprise you. You will be thinking about how you are drawn to them, but all these three things are connected to changes. All these three things are connected to new beginnings. All these three things are connected to a whole new perspective, and all these three things are connected to the brand new unfoldment that you are going to have at the same time. It's just all going to come from you feeling really brave and you feeling really adventurous. You know, you will want to work on your relationships as well. Number 555, it's a lot to do with connections and reconnection. There are two major things. Again, there is someone kind of very special about to enter your life. Not a lover, not a boyfriend, not a girlfriend, no baby, no, not that. I'm going to talk about that later. That is going to be quite interesting as well, and very, very promising in many different ways. But it's just two major people are going to enter your life. Two things, yeah. One person is going to be somebody who is really going to enter your life like for the first time, and it's going to play a major role because spiritually, my lord, it's like almost like a little angel, you know, somebody who's gonna be there when you need it, somebody who's gonna manifest themselves at the time when you least expected it. That person is really meant to be in your life because someone is about to enter your life from your past life. This is a very, very complex, and it's very deep, and it's very spiritual, and it's also very powerful situation because you really need this person in your life. I know it feels really weird. I know it feels really bizarre. It sounds bizarre what I said, but it's just basically something very important you are going to understand and you're going to realize through this person. Okay, so this is someone who is been in your life, in your past life, believe me or not, and you will notice that there is something unusual about this person, there is something strange about this person, but also you will feel very strong around that person, but you will not be able to understand. And also when you meet this person, you will feel like you kind of like know each other for a really long time. You will feel like, oh, you will be kind of taken away a little bit because you're gonna feel like completely relaxed, you know, almost like, oh God, you're gonna like I don't know, you will feel completely relaxed in front of that person, not like walking in front of that person completely naked, you know, but I'm just saying that you will feel like completely relaxed when you meet that person straight away, and you will feel like you're not nervous and that you don't need to like kind of hide anything, or that you don't need to act in any certain way or anything like that. You will feel like really beautiful and natural, and there are lots of going to be little signs about that person that this is somebody from your past life. And when it comes to connection in between you, it's going to feel very strong, it's going to feel very magical in many different ways. But also when it comes to the actual eye contact, when you have the eye contact, this is when you feel, you look at that person, and the eyes are like the ocean, you know, full of beauty and full of deepness that you are most certainly so familiar with. And this is how exactly you're going to feel. And that person is going to be absolutely fundamental, because you're going to find out and realize something so important and so significant and so special about yourself once sorry, that person enters your life. So watch for that person indeed. And there is also at the same time the certain vision that you are going to have, that it's all going to come from that person, through that person. An amazing effect on your life this person is actually going to bring. And the second person is also going to be the return of an old friend, you know. I'm not saying that you had like a fight or something like in the past, God forbid, or something like that. It happens, you know, of course, you know, we change, we grow, we learn, we evolve, all these things. There's so many different processes, there's so many different elements, there's so many different dimensions that we go through. Indeed, sometimes, our lives takes us like into a completely different dimensions, on a completely different sides. Someone is maybe in Australia, another person is maybe like somewhere in Bulgaria, and they're the best friends, and every time when they see each other, it's always the same. It's like, I've got a friend like that, it's just like that. Every time we see each other, it's always we like always on the same. It's just like nothing changes. And these are real people in our lives. These are real friends in our lives. These who are like keep on like kind of returning, and we returning to their lives. So it's always with a reason, and it's someone also with a very strong connection with us, with our lives, with our spiritual journey, who is simply meant to be here, and they're here to improve our lives on many different levels. So there is second person is going to be the return of the friend, somebody who maybe drifted away a little bit, or somebody who you maybe haven't been in touch as much as you needed to be in touch with, and that particular person is also going to be playing an important role in your life, my gorgeous Gemini, because it's going to tell you something, and what they're going to tell you is going to be so powerful and very significant, because it's almost going to be like something that you needed to hear, something that you wanted to hear, something that maybe you didn't want to admit to yourself, but also that person is going to be absolutely crucial, because it's going to bring you this important message, and that message is going to be significant for you in order to kind of move on with your life, and in order to understand something around you when it comes to your emotional life, when it comes to people around you. You will be able to understand something. Maybe someone is not doing something right around you, so this is also going to open your eyes quite a lot. You see, purity, which means that that person is absolutely pure person in your life. This person is a pure person, and it's very, very genuine as well. This is just an important confirmation that you are going to have, my gorgeous Gemini, what this person is actually going to say to you, and what the role is going to be. And also the card forgiveness will be very important. Just remember that this is going to be the great time, like if karmically, if somebody is like kind of like maybe returns into your life, and somebody's kind of like also this is more like in your mind. This is going to be playing on your mind. You see, this month is going to be so complex. Somebody who maybe did piss you off at some, sorry flower, somebody who maybe did piss you off at some moment in time, at some point in time, please forgive them. This is somebody in your life. They don't mean to do this. They love you and all that. So if you can forgive them, it would be fantastic. Number 555 also means, this month you are going to have an absolutely like ooh la la, rather vavavumish moment. What I was going to recommend to you, my gorgeous Gemini, look at this beautiful, 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 gorgeous little chakra crystal. This is one of my new lines. You see this gorgeous little chakra crystals. Obviously it's got a chakra crystals on, and this is beautiful pure sterling silver piece with a sterling silver chain, gorgeous sterling silver chain. I highly suggest you to get this and wear this, the actual chakra pendants. They're very important to wear, because when it comes to our spiritual, emotional, and physical healing, this is going to be absolutely superb. And at a time when we are thinking, when we are deciding, when lots of things are changing, this is brilliant for our emotional balance, in particular against stress, in particular against negativity, in particular against like anxiety, and this like a kind of negative energies that can actually affect us and affect our productivity and affect our way of thinking. So I highly recommend you for the balance. This is something for the wonderful balances, and it's very important to wear throughout October, November, and even December. I highly suggest you to get this. The link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, my gorgeous Geminis. Number 555 means that you are going to have a really important moment when it comes to your skill. Something remarkable is going to happen, and you will have absolutely mind-blowing opportunity when it comes to your skill, when it comes to things that you are doing, when it comes to things like what you are expressing yourself with, and when it comes to you also feeling so much happier. An important opportunity, and this is so much so to do with your skill, and it's so much so to do with the time that you had like emotional confusion, like because things didn't didn't work out and the things weren't consistent when it comes to your maybe success, when it comes to like a swift change, when it comes to the certain speed, you know, of things. Maybe things were really slow, maybe you were like kind of choosing the wrong directions, you know. This is nothing unusual, but now things are going to start leveling themselves out really nicely and beautifully. And as I said, it's to do with the actual emotional confusion that you had, and now this is going to bring you a really beautiful sense of security. What you need to do this month, my gorgeous Gemini, is be as creative as you possibly can. This is very more important. I don't know how to explain, you know, because the more creative you are also creating, you know, the more creative you are, you're creating at the same time this absolutely mind-blowing powerful energy. It's like a magnet, it's that strong. So the more you work, the more you're physical, the more you do things, or maybe you're not, maybe your work is not physical, but the more you work, the more you throw yourself in, the more magnetic energy you get. Now this magnetic energy is responsible for many different things, but in particular when it comes to you in October, it's going to work really beautiful, because that magnetic energy is going to be directly responsible for this change that is going to flow through, that is this change that is going to flow over, and it's going to come through as an opportunity. But it's to do with who you are and taking the things that you do on the next level, on the next stage. Now it's time, my gorgeous Gemininis. This is now, it's time to do this. Don't wait for anything else. Don't wait for anyone else. Don't wait any longer and ignore things around you that you could have been affected by, because lots of people have been affected by things that have been happening. Crazy things in the world, crazy things are happening. So lots of people have been affected, you know, and especially sensitive, super powerful signs like yourself, you can feel these energies, you know, without even thinking about them. You can feel these energies like from a completely different level, you know, and this affects you. And it's very important, because you are gonna kind of have a moment this month in October where you will kind of start certain process, certain journey, you know, and then you're gonna kind of block yourself immediately. You're gonna stop yourself, and then again you just need to remember to ignore and to follow your vision, and just be as creative as you possibly can. It's very quite significant moment in time to mention that, you know, it's about the deep concentration, application, study and reflection. You will have respect for knowledge and desire for learning new things. This is so important, because also at the same time, when you hear a good news, and the good news that you are going to hear is going to be connected to you being like kind of restrained every now and then. And when we feel frequently too restrained, that means that again, karmically, we need to pay attention to this, because we need to change things, we need to edit things, and we need to work on the management a little bit. So this is why when you hear an important news about you kind of feeling a little bit restrained, this news is going to make you feel like you're feeling a little bit restrained. This is how you're going to feel. So you're going to hear an important news, but that is going to make you feel like, oh God, I feel frequently too restrained, you know. This is a very important moment. Please just remember, my gorgeous Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, para pa para pam 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 na 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 Gemini Gemini ooh la 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 mwah. Now it's important to say this, because when you hear this news, you know, at the same time, please just remember that there is going to be an idea that you are going to have. That idea is going to be so important. That idea is going to be so significant. That idea is going to be so powerful, because it's most certainly connected to your own security, and it's also connected to the actual, such an important moment in time when it comes to you making a significant decision. Not only for yourself, you will do this. This is to do with changes, you know, but it's also to do with the actual people in your life, because you're going to do something this month. You're going to start such an important time that not only you're going to benefit from this later on, on, but the people around you, this is going to be something that is going to last a long time. And that's why I'm seeing like a security, powerful security. Of course, it's to do with the contemplation, you know, enormous, huge, massive contemplation. But just remember, the contemplation is at the same time going to be your strength. Contemplation is at the same time going to be your power. Do not rush into anything whatsoever, because the contemplation is going to happen this month at around the mid-month indeed. And don't rush into anything, because you're going to feel like you need to, like you are rushed. So just remember, this is where the tricky situation is going to arise. This is when the tricky situation is going to happen. When you feel like you need to have a when you feel like, sorry, you're kind of rushed into something because of the contemplation that you will feel, that you will have. You just remember, do not answer straight away, even if you kind of feel like, oh yeah, I need to answer to this, or I need to do this, I need to go for it. No, baby, no. You go home, you relax, you sleep, and then you go the next day. Why? Do you know why? Because the next day your answer is going to be completely different. This is why it's so important to go home, sleep on it, and then you will see that your answer is going to be completely different the next day. And this is purely because you're going to make a very strong connection with your spirit guides. And while you're sleeping, I said already, we are in touch with our spirituality more than ever. We are having astral projections and things like that. So that's why you're so much more wiser the next day. And there is going to be an important realization as soon as you open your eyes in the morning. So pay attention. This is all about control over situations, strength that you are going to have, courage, and also that in itself is going to be brilliant, because it's going to re-energize you as well. But at the same time, an important determination is going to arise, and this is going to bring a beautiful action, beautiful confidence, and you will know immediately that there is some kind of accomplishment, you know, that you are going to be aware of, that you wouldn't be aware of it before. And it's to do with the time of your life when you felt like completely frustrated, you know, because things didn't move on, things were really slow, really kind of like maybe felt kind of a little bit negative and things like that, because they were like a little bit slow. So now this is going to be wonderful, because it's going to be connected to the swift change at the same time. It is the activity that you're going to feel, the determination that you're going to have. It's almost going to be the return of determination. I'm not saying that you didn't have determination before, but I'm just saying this is going to be the perfect combination in between your spirituality and how psychic you're going to feel. And this is why also I recommend, you see that gorgeous amethyst? Absolutely stunning, gorgeous amethyst crystal. This is something I highly suggest you, my gorgeous Geminini, because October is going to be absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to our spirituality, our understanding, when it comes to our third psychic eye, when it comes to our ability to connect, to reconnect, and when it comes to us like kind of thinking about our dreams, understanding our dreams, when it comes to us like meditating, contemplating, you know, amethyst is absolutely wonderful, because it helps you like to kind of make these psychic like powers and psychic abilities even more enhanced. It enhances your third psychic eye, so therefore it helps you, you know, to understand things that you wouldn't normally understand. And it's remarkable when it comes to expressing yourselves, ourselves in particular, when it comes to like dealing with people that are making us feel like a little bit uncomfortable and things like that. But most certainly it's a great for the protection, for the spiritual growth. It's absolutely wonderful little crystal that I would highly recommend you to get, my gorgeous Geminini. This amethyst, it's also remarkable, and this comes with a sterling silver setting and the sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, so the link is in the description below, my gorgeous Gemininis. But most certainly it's about the actual activity that you are going to have, and also an important idea. This is going to be remarkable because it's connected to the actual big stage of your life, the realization. It's all going to be connected about an important accomplishment indeed. Someone is going to need your help, someone very close to you, my gorgeous Gemininis. It's 555. You see, it's a lot about connections, and it's a lot about emotions, it's a lot about family, it's a lot about success, but it's also a lot about like the new stage. But most importantly, it's about like being able to realize this and recognize somebody in your family is going to need help. Somebody is struggling with something, and maybe they are not kind of type of a person to say this, or maybe they have difficulties explaining themselves. Somebody's like kind of been affected emotionally with certain situation in their life that happened within the last 2 or 3 years, and they just need a little bit of like a love. They just need a little bit of understanding. They just need a little bit of help from you. So please, they're a little bit emotionally confused, and this person is a very important person to you. So try to see who this is and how can you possibly help them at the same time. What else I was going to say, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Gemininis, what I highly suggest you to get is natural B vitamins. Natural B vitamins are going to be remarkable because they're going to help you with your digestion. Your stomach is going to be a little bit sensitive stomach, and also if you can get something like organic aloe vera juice, and also if you can get like something like a friendly bacteria, like in a yogurt for example, it contains friendly bacteria, and this is all really beneficial and really good when it comes to your digestive system, which is going to be quite sensitive throughout this month. On another hand, when you feel like a little bit of stress, you know, there is going to be a little bit of a stress that you're going to have this month as well. And again, on another hand, B vitamins, natural B vitamins are remarkable when it comes to our stress as well. What else I was going to say, it's like you still need to make sure that you are taking something for your sensitive bones, which vitamin D, it's absolutely remarkable in combination with the natural calcium, of course, and also to boost your immune system. I know I said this millions of times, I'm sorry, but I do see this particular sensitivity, so keep on taking like organic acerola cherry powder every single morning, 1 glass of water, 1 teaspoon, mix it up with water and drink it. So organic acerola cherry powder and the natural zinc as well, and the natural vitamin D, what I recommended for your bones already. So you see, you've got quite a few things going, and it's most certainly something that you should be taking, so this can help you along your journey throughout this month. Slight sensitivity when it comes to your mouth, when it comes to your gums, this is what vitamin C is going to help you. Organic acerola cherry powder, it's absolutely whooping when it comes to the amount of vitamin C. It's like amazing how much natural vitamin C is in that product, you know. So that's why this is going to help you with your gum health, but at the same time this is going to boost your immune system. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Geminini, or not. Now, my gorgeous babies, I am going to basically go on the very first date that is going to be quite significant, is the 1st of October. The 1st of October is going to seem quite bizarre, it's going to seem strange, it's going to seem unusual, it's going to seem a bit of like something is going to feel so weird, something is going to feel so strange, but then at the same time this is going to be a direct factor why you're actually going to maybe start feeling, you're going to start thinking about like something for the first time ever, but in particular when it comes to big change, making a big change when it comes to your immediate environment, making a big change when it comes to your home, making a big change when it comes to your family. It's to do with a big change, and it's to do like you putting an input in, you know, you putting your energy in, you putting your attention in, but this is going to feel very vibrant when it comes to this change. So pay attention to this, because at the same time this is important, and it's also going to sort out and solve an annoying problem at the same time, not only for you but for other people in your life. So this is important to pay attention. On another hand, you will just know that the beginning of October is also the beginning of something very, very special in your life, my gorgeous Geminini, because it's all about the creativity that you're going to feel, and this is going to rejuvenate you, because you're going to start feeling like lots of ideas, and also at the same time you are going to be connected to the actual certain person as well, who is going to tell you something. You know, someone is going to come through, someone is going to come forward, perhaps a little message that you're going to have, and this message is going to confirm some kind of responsibility of yours and how well you have done, and you will feel really pleased with yourself, and there is going to be an important promise that you're going to have at the same time. But on another hand, just remember, very, very meaningful experience is going to be waiting for you in between the 1st, 2nd and the 3rd of October, Geminis. Very meaningful experience you're going to have. I really strongly suggest you will have this chance again, but the first 3 days are remarkable when it comes to you being spontaneous, when it comes to you trying things, when it comes to you testing things, when it comes to you testing the water, when it comes to you kind of like trying things for the first time. It's going to be very enhanced because this is all around the time when an important completion has already taken place, and now this is connected to the new beginning. So therefore your energy will be very magnetic. So if you want to do something or achieve something, the first 3 days of October are going to be absolutely mental. And then at the same time you're going to have this opportunity again, as I said, the last 3 days of October again. This is going to be the same energy that you can use it in the same way. You become like this powerful little tornado. Gemini, da la 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 la, Gemini, da la 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 la, ooh la la la. Para pa para, ooh la la la, para ra pa pa pam, Gemini. No, seriously, and that is so important because there is going to be quite significant judgment that you're going to need to make here, and this is so much so to do with the actual you realizing, that you are gonna start making certain changes here, and this is going to bring you an important spiritual key. You will know exactly what I mean, because this is the time of your improvement, development, and important promotion as well. Just remember what I'm going to say. This is not only a significant time when it comes to your spiritual rebirth, but at the same time you will know and you will be aware of the mind-blowing outcome of the past effort, and that in itself is going to be remarkable when it comes to boosting your confidence. It's all about your own self-illumination, but also you're going to feel like emotionally confused, but in the best possible way, because suddenly you will know what you are in self-denial about, and you will be very surprised how come that you've got so much confidence to go for it. And these are the little gorgeous changes that you will be aware of at the same time. The second date, my gorgeous Geminis, it's going to be on the 19th of October, 1910. 19th of October, it's like this is all about the opportunities, babies. You need to pay attention to, because there is going to be a bit of a little snaky in the grassy on the 19th of October, and at around the 19th of October, you need to be just a little bit careful around these days, because somebody is just maybe going to try to trick you into something, and I just say no, baby, no. I highly suggest you to get something like a tiger's eye, because tiger's eye, it's absolutely remarkable to protect ourselves against all sorts of negative energy, negative people, in particular when it comes to them trying to give us an evil eye. There are a few different things when it comes to the evil eye. Evil eye can be given to people like intentionally, but it can also given to people unintentionally. So someone can be like really naughty, like but then again, on another hand, somebody can just somebody can have like this huge amount of negative, horrible, like not really nice energy. Maybe something was happening to them for a long time. Maybe it's not even their fault. Maybe they had a really negative life. Maybe they had really bad things happening to them, and this is all causing this amount of negative energy that is very heavy to them, bless them, but because they're not necessarily bad people. But then on another hand, when we are around people like this, we can feel this projection. We can kind of like, it depends where we are at the moment, because if we are really sensitive at the time when we are around that person, then we can pick up this, like what they call like an evil eye. So it can be done intentionally, unintentionally, but it can also be done by somebody who's not necessarily a bad person. So I highly suggest you to get like a tiger's eye. Look at this baby, absolutely gorgeous. I didn't have this for a while in stock, and this gorgeous tiger's eye comes with a sterling silver setting again and gorgeous sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel. Tiger's eye is remarkable when it comes to prosperity, when it comes to success, when it comes to, again, balance of making decision, but also at the same time it will attract prosperity, and it will also protect you against evil eye and against like negative energies. This is something that I also highly recommend you. So at around the 19th of October, and you need to be careful, because there is going to be like this particular snaky in a grassy, and this particular person is just going to try to trick you into something. So just try to be a little bit careful. That's all I can basically say, but I think that you're going to be able to see this through anyway. On another hand, on the 19th of October in particular, there is an invitation that you're going to have, you know, an opportunity, and this is very important opportunity because it's to do with your own advancement. It's going to be very attractive almost immediately to you. It's going to be connected to a certain request, challenge, but most certainly go for it, go for it, go for it. So any challenging situation, my gorgeous Gemininis, I just tell you, just please go for it, because this is going to be remarkable. If you feel it challenging, if you feel like it's challenging situation, something that you will be offered, or something that's going to be around you, this is also at the same time going to be a little sacred sign, my gorgeous babies. Sign like a green light. Go for it, go for it, go for it, because this is all about the time when you're going to be very wise. You're going to have a really clear, sound judgment at the same time, and you're going to feel very beautiful, spiritual, serene knowledge at the same time. You will be very spiritually penetrated, and that is going to take you on a much higher level, and it's going to bring you a hidden emotion. It's going to highlight the hidden emotion, but also at the same time you will know exactly which changes you will need to do in order to kind of free yourself, you know, from the like a karmic heavy little chains that have been kind of slowing you down. This is really great time because it's all about your satisfaction here, and also it's to do with like lots of like a favorable social relationships, you know, lots of like a really pleasure in daily existence you're going to feel on this day. And this is nothing unusual because there is going to be a very significant balance force at the same time that is going to be keeping you going. Sorry. Gemini, Gemini, ooh la la la. Ooh la la la. The 31st of October, ooh la la. This is going to be the sign from the spirit world, the sign from somebody who used to be in your life, the sign from somebody who maybe you didn't even know this person, maybe this person died before you were born. You know, sometimes we have certain spirits around us all our lives, you know. Sometimes these spirits are really friendly spirits. They feel very strong connection to us. They might not even know us. Sometimes they're our guardian angels. Sometimes they're our spirit guides, you know, it depends. And sometimes they're other relatives that have passed away and they never moved on, you know, not that they never moved on, but they're pretty much so attached to us and they're pretty much around us all the time. So we simply know this, you know, because we can smell them, we can see things like kind of falling when we think about them. And also it's a very good knowing sign to know when somebody passed away that they're constantly with us, because you think about them but in a different way. You think they come to your mind, they keep on coming into your energy, they keep on coming into your dimension. So their name is keep on kind of repeating in your mind every now and then. They could have died like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, but every now and then their name comes into your mind, but you can't really explain it, you know. And this is how you subconsciously, your subconscious mind is trying to let you know that they are around, very close to you. There will be an important message from the spirit world that you are going to have on the 31st of October, and this is nothing unusual. The message that you're going to have, it's going to be absolutely remarkable when it comes to the certain reflection, you know. This is going to help you so much with making decision. This is going to help you so much with what you're thinking at around the time. This is going to help you so much to move on with your life. This is going to help you so much when it comes to certain departure, journey, and most certainly an advancement into an unknown. It is going to prove something to you, and it's going to confirm something to you, and also it's going to reveal the alteration that you need to make. You're just going to need to remember to be responsible and creative, because this is most certainly going to answer your prayers, like literally remarkable, my gorgeous Gemininis, in so many different ways. You see, security, it is all about your personal security. So pay attention to what your sign it's actually going to be important. Okay, so now my gorgeous Gemininis, I'm just going to see the first part of October. You know, you're all the first week, you're also going to feel like a little bit nostalgia, but this nostalgia is going to be so important because it is going to make you think in a certain way, and it's also going to start a reconnection with somebody who you should be around indeed. On another hand, you know, this is going to be directly responsible also for the certain imbalance, you know, because there is something that you used to do, something that you left behind in your past, and it's really missing, because it could make you feel so much happier if you're just returning doing this. So you need to bring something back into your life, and this is going to help you with imbalance so much. On another hand, just pay attention, my gorgeous Gemininis, just pay attention, because the beginning of October is also going to bring you the financial opportunity, financial opportunity, la 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 la. You see what I mean? It's going to be important, my babies, and that is all about your security and power indeed. The mid-October is going to bring you like an unfinished business. That's how you're going to feel, but it's going to have a really important flip-flop moment, spiritual flip-flop moment, which is going to bring you success, but you will know that there is a bit of a scrutinizing person, little bastard here, that you're going to have to deal with. And that's why I'm at around the mid-October, and that's why I'm saying that this tiger crystal, you know, tiger's eye, it's wonderful because it protects you against people like this. So in order for you to deal with a certain success and to choose a certain path, you're gonna need to deal with this scrutinizing person. You just need to remember, keep going, stay committed to the task at hand, and be as assertive as you possibly can. Very good news when it comes to family, very good news when it comes to people around you. If you haven't got a family, then it's like maybe like a people around you that is going to bring you joy just as much. Very good news indeed. On another hand, just to let you know that there is also going to be quite significant competition that you're going to be part of, and you're not going to even be aware of it. Okay, the third part of October is going to bring you a remarkable mind-blowing balance. This is when you will know refreshing energy, brilliant energy. You're going to feel really good, but then at the same time it's about the ending, you know, about the ending that you're going to feel so strongly about. You will know that a new life is about to come in. You will know that a new life is about to come forward, but it's all down to you. Ignore the negativity, ignore this doomsday, you know, ignore the negativity as much as you possibly can, and just keep going and listen to your common sense, because somebody at the end of October is going to try to kind of like, maybe not intentionally necessarily to kind of redirect you on the wrong path, you know, but just remember to follow your intuition at the end of October, my gorgeous Gemini, because what seems right to you, it's what is really going to be right. So if when somebody is going to suggest something to you at the end of October and it's no, baby, no, it's not going to be the right thing to do, like maybe logically, like you're kind of, yeah, but you will know, no, it's not something right. So just follow your intuition. It's very important indeed. On another hand, there is going to be a bit of a little adventure that you are going to have at the end of October, because you will be daring, you're going to feel daring, you're going to feel a bit naughty, and this naughtiness is at the same time going to open the new door for you when it comes to a little adventure. And this is wonderful, because that in itself is going to make you realize that you've got more resources than you possibly can in order to do something, quite a big step and a big move in your life, you know, and your spiritual guide or your spiritual leader, or somebody who you really connect to, like on that particular level, you know, it's also going to be part of your dimension. And maybe, you know, in one morning, you know, at the end of October, when you wake up, you're going to have that particular person in your mind, and you're going to have something that they were saying to you, something that you heard, something that you connected to, and you need to pay attention to that, because that is going to really bring you a life-changing answer to your problem, an amazing conclusion, you know. It's going to lead towards an amazing life-changing conclusion, and that in itself is going to bring you wonderful energy, inspiration, inspiration, and it's going to make you feel so good, because it's all about this inspiration and this wonderful energy that is going to re-energize you when you need it the most. And one more thing, it's the justice. But at around the end of October, there is an important moment of justice. You're going to have my gorgeous Gemini as well, and this is going to be remarkable because it's to do with something that you've been waiting for, and most certainly it's going to work in your favor. On another hand, if you would like to start a certain process of justice, then the end of October would be the best. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards. Let me shuffle cards. Gemini. Pam pam pam. Oh dear. Okay, so now my gorgeous Gemini, oh my god, this is going to be an amazing month for those of you in relationship. Absolutely remarkable, mind-blowing, lots of lovey, ooh la la la. No, it's going to be brilliant because it's something, some kind of like a rejuvenation of passion. I'm not saying that you need a rejuvenation of passion, but it's going to be a very special and very beautiful and very powerful moment that you're going to have. Very beautiful situation in between two people. Very important month for the couples, because it's not only about you wanting to take like your relationship on the whole next level, whole next stage, but it's also going to be an important conversation that you are going to have. And that important conversation that you are going to have, it's really going to help you both to make a quite significant decision. And this in itself is going to be a wake-up call for both of you, because you're going to realize, you know what, let's just go for it. Let's not worry and let's just go for it. So an important decision you're both going to make, for those of you that are couples, you see, and it's to do with the things you see that were like bothering you, and it's also to do with the time over the last few months, you know, that you wanted to do certain things, you wanted to start certain things, but then again you thought it wasn't the right time. So something is going to happen, and it's going to be a wonderful wake-up call for both of you. So it's remarkable months when it comes to, you see, this is all the stress that you had because of this, you see, because it is just basically you were decided like to kind of postpone on certain things. So now this is going to bring you an important basically continuation, you see, and this is connected to the actual swift change, and also an important message. It's going to arrive, and you will like this message because it's going to be quite significant. And now, oh la 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 la, Gemini, those of you who are single, somebody is walking in your life. Somebody is walking in your life. It's not gonna be long, Gemini. No. Ooh la la la. Gemini in the night, stranger in the morning. No, seriously, do you know what? Look at this. Yeah, of course. Do you know, Gemini, it's like there is some kind of romance, something kind of very special. It's about to happen, something very significant. It's about to take place, and someone really kind of like really interesting. It's about to walk into your life, and I like it because it's going to make you feel like no one before. It's going to make you feel very interesting. It's going to make you feel very different. It's going to make you feel very bizarre, but in a really good way. And it's also going to surprise you, because first of all, when you see this person to start with, you're going to feel like, no, I don't like it, no. But then as more as you talk to them, you're going to be like, hello, my darling. You know, like the more you talk to them, the more intense energy is going to be. And this is how this other person is going to feel as well. So I do see someone very special walking into your life, a romance, and it's very important to say this because it's going to be very sacred and very special harmony that you're going to feel around this person. One step at a time, my gorgeous Geminis, one step at a time. You are going to get a very interesting advice from someone this month. Somebody who's very special in your life, somebody who you know, like a friend or a mother or a brother or a sister, or like you know, somebody very special in your life. It's going to give you a friend, the actual very interesting advice, and then you're going to be like, oh wow, okay, I can't believe you told me this. But then one am I saying this to you? Because this is not related to this as such, but at the time when you hear this advice, this is also going to be at around the time when this person is going to slowly start walking into your life. So this is why it's so important to be active if you possibly can, because it's not going to be that long until this absolutely remarkable person walks into your life, my gorgeous Gemini, and changes everything for the best, of course. Okay, my gorgeous Gemini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you, my gorgeous and ever so special, beautiful people. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light. Mwah. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Geminis. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. Ooh la la la.